Hi, this is Isra Basakari, the group leader for Client Network for Client Management System project, and this is just an approach and planning and design on the project itself. Okay, so the company that we're working for is called BRR Technology Solutions, located in Sydney, and all the details are provided as well, like ABN, company profile, and the website itself. Okay, so the group members that are present in this project are Iswa Bastakori, that is me myself, and Nirazan Podol, Sandesh Nath Yogi, Satish Bisnet, and Senan Gale. Okay, so let's introduce the project itself. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to address the concern related to client management and cybersecurity issues in the client network management system. And so the project is trying to provide platform for employees, service provider, and the clients as requested by BRA Technology. And it is trying to help automate the operations, which otherwise would have been like really resourceful and time consuming, which for now is an issue for the company. And also the project is trying to find out the problems, the questions regarding the project, and objectives, and mainly planning and designing of the project itself. So for further discussion, I would like to pass it on to Chitish. Thanks.
Thank you, Isra. Now I will be discussing the problem domain for our project. From the research that we conducted on pre-existing platforms, we discovered that the most common problem domain is security. Even a minute vulnerability could potentially threaten the integrity of the information that is held in the platform. So we'll have to carefully assess this domain before we move on to the next step. Next comes implementation of database. The choice of database management system that we use will affect how the information is stored in the servers. For an example, using a web-based DBMS will help in the scalability of the project, but at the same time it will come at the expense of confidentiality. It will also affect our budget allocation, so it is important to take a calculated approach for this step. Next comes assigning privileges. That means creating different levels of access for different types of users, just to be sure that no unauthorized user can have access to privileged data that is only authorized for the admin or super admin. Next, we have some research questions I'd like to go through. Since our platform will contain confidential data from both provider and the client side, we have to make sure that all the vulnerabilities are patched and take all the necessary precautions to be sure that there are no attacks that can penetrate the servers. Our choice of DBMS will have to be efficient and also future-proof. And finally, we have to implement all the systems together and make sure that everything runs smoothly. Thank you very much.
Our main objective is to find as many as relevant papers as possible and gather ideas and thoughts for the project. That is to research and find the relevant papers that is relevant to our topic. Secondly is to create a hybrid platform which can be remotely accessed, which eventually cuts the cost as well as solve the problem of visiting the physical office. To examine the existing platform and try to automate daily administration of project and client management. This means all the activities going on with our project should be monitored with automation along with the client management. And to solve cybersecurity issue to enhance the network management, which is the issues like DDoS attack, unethical access to the platform, and other related issues that can, so that the network will be smooth. Also to create a centralized web-based database, since the platform will be used for a long time with some updated and patches. So our objective is to deploy and platform a network which is easy to maintain and make changes if it's needed. Also to understand and implement client and database simulations. That is, since we need the database to store all the customers and providers, so we need to have properly understand the database server simulation. on the side we can see communication between client and data server. That is, when a client PC requests for the database management system from the database server replies to the client PC from the website. Similarly, the database server sends the database files to the client PC through the website, and this is how the client PC and the database server works together to perform a complete task. So this is all about the objectives. I'd like to call my friend Sandesh for the next details. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you, Niranjan. So I like to talk about the requirement of our projects. So in our project, there are three actors, which are providers, PR technology, and customers. Among these three actors, PR technology is the super admin, which controls all the other actors, providers, and the customers. Every account has their own username and password with no direct access to each other. That means every account is associated with the username, and password is required in order to get access to the account. So after using this credential, they only get access to the account, and there is no any direct connection between between two actors, which is the providers and the customer. The providers can create and upload file, but must go through BRR to reach the customers, and BRR can leave suggestion if needed. That means there is no any direct connection between the customers and the providers. That means if the providers wants to upload the document or create file, then all the actions should be gone through the BRR technology, which is the super admin among the three actors. The ready project can be submitted to the customers who can either approve with condition or reject. That means the project which has been already completed, that can be submitted to the customer via the BRR technology, and the completed project can be accepted or rejected, or accepted with a certain condition, because if the customer doesn't want some of the things in the project, then they can ask the providers to change, and they can say we have this sort of condition and we'll accept the project only if these changes have been made. If the project has been rejected, then it should vanish from the customer side, but not from the BRR technology side. That means the project which has been rejected by the customer, it should not appear on the customer's screen or customer page or interface they are using. So it's not visible to them at all, because those are the irrelevant information to the customers. But it should be visible to the BRR technology, because they can see which project has been rejected and accepted. That is relevant information to them. Decision marking should be available. However, it must again go through the BRR to the providers and vice versa. That means any of the decision can be made by the providers, customers, by the providers or the customers. But all the decisions should be reviewed by the BRR technology, which is the super admin again, because after only reviewing by the decision made by any of the actors, decision made by any of the actors, the BRR technology should review it, and only those decisions are valid. Finally, email notification must be sent since the beginning of the creation of the account, and for any action being taken over the project along with the next actor in the flow. That means any of the changes that had been in the project, or what has been happening in the project, all the information should be visible to any of the actors involved in the project. For example, if there are customers who wants to see what's happening with your demanded project, then all the information what progress have been made to the project, what changes have been made to the progress should be visible to them. So these are all the requirement of our projects. So I like to call my friend Sinan to describe more.
Thank you, Sandesh. Now I'll be talking about our data flow diagram. A data flow diagram gives us a basic look on how our platform is going to operate. So here we have three actors: providers, BRI technology, and customers. Each actor will be given their own account, but BRI technology will be given admin account as it will be head of the platform. So providers will upload the files or any project and submit to BRI technology. Now BRI technology will look over the project and approve of it and submit it to customers. Now customers have choice whether to accept the file, accept the project, or decline it. They can also accept the project with any conditions. If there's any condition, it will be submitted back to BRI technology. BRI technology then approve of the condition and submit it back to providers. If customer decide to decline the project, then the project file will be deleted from customer's account. Also, email notification for each action taken will be sent so that everyone can be in the loop of how the project is going on. So this is our data flow diagram. Now, so this is our class diagram. The class diagram is just a basic look at how each actors have their own attributes and the relationship between them. So you can see the attributes and relationship on each actors. Thank you. So this is just the references, nothing much here. And if there's any questions, it will be encouraged. Thank you.